Hello, viewers. It's Cynthia Michael from Screen Review, a new podcast for myself called This Super Sentai Review. Like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'm going to try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain short adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain short adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that means you're good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else out the way, let's get into today's episode. Of Zenkaiger. So basically, it starts off like this. We see Kaido's father hanging out, hanging out with, we see Kaido's father hanging out with, with the other Zenkaigers, and so, and Flint, aka, Flint, Kaido's sister, hanging out with them and whatnot, and Kaido was just just watching him hanging out with his friends and fellow teammates and whatnot. So anyway, Kaido was wondering about, Juma and Kaido was having a conversation about, maybe I know that your father, it's good to see your father, it's good to see your father hanging out with the others, but don't you think he should be hanging out with you? After all, he's been gone to 10 years, so basically you guys do have a lot of catching up to do. But, but Kaido didn't mind, he said we got plenty of time to hang out. So anyway, a few minutes later, we see him in the lab under Kaido's grandma's candy store, working on a charge pad, because Kaido's father still has the high concept tech in his body, so basically he has to recharge the tech in his body, so basically he still has to recharge himself. So anyway, Kaido was about to ask him about something about Stacy, but before he even asked, his father went into charge mode and activated the new charge pad that he made for himself to recharge the tech and the high kind of tech in his body inside him. So anyway, while he was recharging and whatnot, King, we see High Tiger like an hour later fighting a monster, a new monster and whatnot by himself. So anyway, the other Rangers showed up except for Kaido. The reason why Kaido didn't show up because him and his grandma were trying to keep his father from showing up and trying to help fight the monster. And so basically we don't know even though he still has the high Kaiser tech in his body, but it seems like he can't transfer to high Kaiser anymore. So basically Zox and the rest of the Zenkaiger had to fight the new monster on by themselves. So basically, everything was good. Frank was watching some sidelines along with Cutterton and Ricky, and basically everything was going well. The Rangers had the upper hand against the new monster, and that's when the new monster used powers to force the Rangers to argue against each other, including Flint, Ricky, and Cutterton over which Star News did like the best, Yuden or Sama. So basically, basically Zox, aka Kaiser, Gal and Boom was arguing over that Sama is their favorite Star News, but and on the other side, Frank, Gal, and Magine was arguing over, who was saying that, that Yuga is their favorite favorite style of noodles. So basically, everybody in the whole city was arguing which one is better, Yuden or Yuden or Sama. So basically, the whole city was being everybody was arguing and fighting over over which noodle is better, Yuden or Sama. So basically, Kaido showed up on the scene with his dad, and basically things were starting to go nuts. So basically, to calm down the fighting, he suggests that that Zox's side and Frick's side, let's have a cooking competition. So basically decide which noodle style is better, Samba. What style of noodle is better, Samba or Yiden? So basically, they all agreed to Kaido's cook-off, and basically Kaido and his father were the judges. So anyway, while the cook-off was going on, meanwhile, back at the back guy's hideout, Kurt Batson was talking to Geen, King Walker's robot bird. So basically, Geen's King Walker is in a pissed off mood after High Kaiser got after losing High Kaiser to the Zenkaiger. But Geen says that the best Aizen is being blamed for losing High Kaiser and High Kaiser's Megazord form as well. It's the high Kaiju of Megazord as well. So basically, Geen believes that somebody must have helped them. Gene believes that somebody must have helped the Zenkaiger free High Kaiser from the brainwashing. So basically, until we figure out who it is, Professor Aizen is being punished, but it's being punished for losing High Kaiser to the Zenkaiger. So basically, Stacy was there hiding in the background, listening to the whole conversation that, he was like, that bird Geen is no fool. So sooner or later, Geen and he figured that sooner or later Geen or Professor Aizen or his father might figure out that it was him that helped the Zenkaiser to free Kaido's father from the High Kaiser brainwashing program. So anyway, during the noodle competition, both sides were making their own style of noodles and whatnot. So basically making their noodles by hand. So basically while both Ranger teams were making their noodles, Kaido and his father will start to have a conversation about Stacy. So basically, Kaido say, as you're telling this High Kaiser, what's your opinion about Stacy? And basically, even though I don't know much as High Kaiser, I do believe that Stacy is a good boy. I just feel he just misguided. That's all. I believe that he just needs a friend to help him guide him on the right path. So basically, kind of like I understand. So basically, the next thing I'm gonna do is say help Stacy out and get him on the right path. And basically, that's the kind of promise his dad. And basically, and Kaido's dad was like, I know you're gonna do something to help Stacy. Stacy is a good boy. So anyway, Sashin called Kaido and basically tell him that the new monster showed up. So basically he said it's time to execute my plan. So basically he told the rest of the Rangers that Yuden and Sama suck. My favorite style of noodles is Robin. So basically they got mad at Kaido and started to chase after Kaido, and Kaido led them to the new monster, and then he led them to the new monster. So basically, before the others kept up with Kaido, he used the Jetman gear to summon Yellow Owl, and basically Yellow Owl draw a tomato on the Lunar Monster's head, and basically the tomato became tomato sauce on the Lunar Monster's head. So basically Kaido, so when the others catch up, he's like, oh, you see you see this, this the new monster is he likes spaghetti. So basically, the new monster say like he didn't disagree with Kaido. He's like I do like spaghetti. So basically, there's like he didn't like you didn't or something. He likes spaghetti. So basically, he used it to use it against the new monster to help to get the others to work together with him to take down the new monster and the foot soldiers. So basically, even Flint and Ricky and Puddington helped out as well. So basically, working together as a team, they was able to take down the new monster and the foot soldiers. So basically, as usual, a giant foot soldier showed up, absorbed the power of the chosen gear of the new monster, and became a giant new monster. So basically, the Zen Kaiju Megazord was summoned. The Boom Magazine Megazord and the Gal Magazine Megazord was showed up, and basically worked all three Megazords working together. They was able to take down the giant noodle monster and basically saved the whole day. And everybody in the city was back to normal, back to their own, everybody in the city was back to normal. So anyway, turns out that then we cut to somewhere on the street. We see Kaido in this van with this weird equipment that Flint helped him build. So basically, turns out he turned his van into a powerful gateway. So basically, he could open gateways, but he could open powerful gateways with this custom van that him and Flint helped made. So basically, he said to Kaido that I'm going to use this portable band to look into different parallel dimensions to go find your mother. So basically, until I will be back once I find your mother. So basically, Kaido was like, I understand. I hope you be safe. And Kaido's grandma was like, was telling him, don't get kidnapped by the bad guys again. So anyway, before Kaido's dad left, he gave him a new Trojan gear. He gave him a new Sentai gear. A new Sentai gear. It's the Dawn Brothers gear to Kaido. So basically, he said, this is a new gear I made for you. So basically, you can use it in battle. So basically, Kaido said goodbye to his father. His father dropped his bed into a portal, and Kaido waved goodbye. So basically, Kaido was like, I can't wait to try this gear out. But for now, we got two goals: to take down the bad guys and once and for all help and free Stacy from free Stacy from the bad guys. And get Stacy away from the bad guys. So anyway, after Kaido others, said that, they'll help Kaido with his goals and whatnot. Meanwhile, back at the Trojan Empire Palace, Professor Aichen found proof in his lab that it was Stacy who helped, took the blueprint and gave it to the Rangers to help take back Kaiser and free him from the brainwashing program. So basically, Stacy was in a hot seat with King Bulker, because King Bulker was pissed over losing High Kaiser and his awesome Megazord mode that he get a piece of his old body to make. So basically, Kurobashin was kind of shocked. It was in a hard place. So basically, was kind of shocked at Stacy's betrayal. So basically, Stacy was trying to beg to his father to help him out, but it was not happening. So basically, Stacy tried to run away, and basically that's when King Bulker used his arm to zap Stacy and stop him from running away. And this is how the episode ended, with King Bulker, while Kurobashin gained the robot pet bird, and Professor Aizen watching King Bulker zapping Stacy. Stacy is watching Stacy being zapped by King Walker, and that's how the episode ended. So basically, Stacy is in hot water right now. It's in real hot water right now with the head with the boss of the Trojan Empire. So basically, I don't know what they're gonna do with him, but it seems like he looks like he's gonna pay for his treachery. So anyway, this will be it for a while, cause Sentai is going on a hiatus. So is Boruto as well. So basically until the night until January the 9th, I'll see you guys later. So anyway, sign off. Sign off. One.